7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That means nothing.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Sasha. What's up, and welcome back to ro&iso. I'm your host, Jerome Gilbert, and as always, my co-host, the vodka to my soda, the coca to my cola, Mr. Derek Isamaki, everybody.
What's up, guys? And I'm not vodka. How dare you? That's disgusting. Yes, I am Derek Isamaki, the co-host. We also are joined by the guys that keep the show running. They keep the cameras rolling. Producer, directors, not really extraordinaires. I think that's too nice of a term. But Juan and Tucker, thank you guys.
And Shelby.
Yeah, we are joined in the booth as well by a good friend of ours, Shelby Swanson, coming in town, visiting, taking a look at what it's like to be on a TV show for once. Cool stuff, I feel.
Yeah, and also classing the show up just a little bit, bringing some swag and some beauty and intelligence. Sascha, Alexia.
A little bit, a lot of it.
A lot of it, yes.
That's right.
Let's talk some sports. Game 7 happened in the NBA Finals, and to the chagrin of people all over Northern California, namely myself, the Warriors lost.
It was, wow, yeah.
Do we need a moment of
the mecca of
silence, or-
sports.
Well, the Warriors, they
I'm a fan of Cleveland since day one, bro.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
You've been
that's
repping
really
them. You haven't won. You are clearly Cavs' #1 fan. If you could name me another player on that team other than LeBron James, I'd give that to you.
You just Googled it, I saw him.
All right, so Game 7 just wrapped. And again, sad day in sports for all of Dub Nation, near and far. But yay for Cleveland.
I think we need to get a permanent teardrop tattoo on you right now. I think we need to go game status for you because it's a sad day in sports. It really is.
I would say in my lifetime, this is the second saddest sports day of my life. Actually, no, I'd go, this is number 1. Number 2 would be the NFC Championship game in 2011 when the Niners should have beat the Seahawks. Or was that 2012? Or was that 2013? What, 20-something. That was sadder.
But this is sports.
Actually, this is sadder. Anyway, Game 7. Tucker, you got some questions for us or what?
Yeah, I got some questions. All right.
Alrighty, we're ready.
So, my first question for Dro. Is this the greatest performance by an individual in the playoffs?
I would definitely say in the finals, this is the first time anyone has ever led both teams in all 5 major statistical categories: points, rebounds, assists, steals, and blocks. LeBron dominated. He beat the better team. The Warriors, in my opinion, the all-time winningest regular season team, and just all around a better squad in general. When you look top to bottom, LeBron brought him back. Without LeBron, the series is over in 5. Probably should have been done in 5 if Draymond was playing, but we'll get to that. But yeah, in my opinion, by far the greatest individual performance in the playoffs. What do you think, Derek?
I definitely have to agree with that there. I mean, the stats alone tell you that it was, just because he did lead every team, both teams, in every category you pretty much think about in basketball. He did everything on that court for Cleveland because he had to. And that's honestly the greatness of him. He was able to take on that burden and bring him back from 3-1, which is a feat no one has ever done in the final before. So salute to you, LeBron James. That was an epic performance right there.
Well, I think the win is pretty highly contested. So do you think this win is tainted by the referees and the league's decisions?
You know, that's actually a really big thing, especially for this series. A lot of talk about the referees and the foul call, the difference in fouls between the teams is a big thing that a lot of people are holding against the Cavs in this win about it. And definitely the whole Draymond Green getting suspended for Game 5, I was totally against that from the get-go. I thought it was a complete hogwash of a decision by the NBA, not deserving to have a player removed from a finals game as vital as he was, especially Draymond Green. He was important, so important to that team. And it probably would have been over in that Game 5, but LeBron was given a second opportunity, and he took advantage of it. So I really think that it might have that look about it initially, but we have to give the crown to LeBron because he was given that second chance, and he took advantage of it. And that's really the mark of a champion, someone who's great. When you're given those opportunities, how are you going to respond to it? And he responded in the greatest performance we've ever seen.
Yeah, I would say no, it wasn't tainted by the refs because in 5 years, no one's going to remember. No one remembers the details of how a championship was won 10 years down the line, 5 years down the line. No one cares. No one cares that David Tyree's miracle catch, being his last catch ever as an NFL player, was the difference and the reason a 16-0 New England Patriots didn't win the Super Bowl. No one remembers. No one cares. The Giants won, and that's it. So no,
The Cavs won.
It wasn't tainted. The Cavs won this series. No one's going to remember that. Was it influenced? Absolutely. Steph Curry getting kicked out of Game 6 was a joke. I mean, he deserved it, but the calls that were made prior were...
Everything leading up to that was.
That was embarrassing.
Okay, next question, guys. All right, this question is for Jarrell. It's important, I think, for you. Speaking totally objectively,
yeah, from your heart,
do you think the best team won the championship?
No. Not even close. I don't even think that's... I don't think it's a great question because this was the best team all time in the regular season. We saw them come back from down 3-1 to OKC, and OKC, in my opinion, is a better team than the Cavs. The Cavs should have won, or should not have won this series. If Draymond Green isn't suspended in Game 5, I don't think they do, but that's not how it ended up unfolding. Sasha, what do you think?
I agree. If Draymond was in Game 5, Bogut probably wouldn't have gotten hurt because he would have been taken out potentially or not been involved in that accident, and then they would have ended that night for sure.
Derek.
No, I mean, it definitely have to. The best player won.
Ignoring them, did the best team win?
I feel like the best player won. The best team did not take the cake. I mean, you saw from the Game 1 from the Warriors how deep their bench is, how deep of a squad they have top down. Their starting lineup is ridiculous. Their bench is almost as good, and we'd probably be starting a lot of other teams if they weren't on the Warriors. So I think they definitely have the deeper bench, the better team all around. But like I said, the better player came out and won this series for them.
Well, and if I could piggyback off that, the best player did win. For the last 2 years, the league has all been about Steph Curry. Every news headline, he's kind of stolen the league from LeBron. And LeBron absolutely punked Steph Curry in this series. The way he blocked him at the rim several times, stared him down, talked some trash. LeBron showed who the best player is in the league still, and it's still the king. So,
and who the biggest baby was. He is a big baby.
He is a baby.
Him throwing
He is
himself
a
on the floor
baby.
and stomping his feet was
All right.
ridiculous. Like, that's not... He's a grown man. Like
That aside,
LeBron hates.
That aside, Derek, I'll start with you. How would you, since we've been so closely following the Golden State Warriors, how would you judge the Warriors' season now that it's over?
I mean, you definitely want to say that since it didn't end in a championship ring, that it's definitely going to be tainted, and maybe an asterisk, as people like to put on there. But really, it still was one of the greatest performances we've ever seen throughout a regular season. You cannot hark that. The fact that they won after their championship-winning season, come back and do 73 wins when every team that they play is gunning for them because they want to take down the champs. That's saying something. They were in there day in and day out on the grind of the regular season, and they put up that record. And they went through an OKC team down 3-1 as well and came back.
Yeah.
That's a big thing right there. Sure, they lost to the Cavs, but again, there is a lot of remarks that maybe it could have ended in 5. It didn't happen. But ultimately, I think the Warriors should still get the credit they deserve for the season that they had.
Yeah, they won't. They just won't.
Yeah.
That's not how we as sports fans do things. We're not about nuance. We're not about thinking out of the box. We count. Just like we count how many rings Jordan has. Whenever you question, was he the best player ever, it's just simply he went 6-0 in the finals. Yeah, we can all count. It's basic math. So they won't be. I don't think. It's unfortunate because LeBron should get all the credit, and the Warriors did have something to do with their loss. I mean, they didn't score in the last 4 minutes and 40 seconds of Game 7 when they were the best offense statistically of all time, best regular season of all time, and. I don't want to say they choked it away. Steph's injury obviously played a role in this. Draymond Green's suspension, Andrew Bogut being out, Harrison Barnes. All sorts of things went wrong, but let's not forget, even in the playoffs, Steph had that great overtime with 17 points in overtime. So there's a lot of memorable moments, but yeah, I mean, overall, sports fans aren't going to care, and I think the 73 is going to be used to mock the Warriors more than it will be to celebrate them. Sasha?
I don't know.
All right. Thanks again, Sasha.
All right.
On point, girl. Thank you.
Last question.
They
We'll
should
wrap
have
it
won.
up.
Last question. All right.
I'll start with Turo. How does this finals win impact LeBron's legacy?
Well, LeBron now has as many rings as Michael Jordan did at the age of 31. He has one more MVP than Michael Jordan did at the age of 31. LeBron now twice has gone against the grain and done the counterintuitive move on a massive scale when he's switched from Cleveland to Miami and then went back to Cleveland. Both times the general public probably thought it wasn't a great move. He had a lot of backlash both times he did it, and both times, I mean, it worked out swimmingly for him. It's going to be interesting because for whatever reason, people hate LeBron. The hate is real. I mean, it is a palpable thing, and I don't understand it. I think he's an incredible player, and I really appreciate who he is on the court. So I think it definitely, adds to him being a superhero and the legend of LeBron. But real quick, let's think about this. Both teams want to combine 1 for 17 from the floor in the last 4 minutes and 40 seconds. This is the marginal difference in sports, and this is why I think some of these things can be silly. If Kyrie doesn't hit that one shot, we might not be talking about this. We might be mocking LeBron today and propping up Steph if he hits that 3 over Kevin Love. So.
I mean, that is true, the case. We do look at so many things can change a person's career. And I said from the get-go, before that game started, I told you that if LeBron pulled this win off, this Game 7 victory, I'd put him as number 1 in my list of that great list, which is a conversation I really hate having because it's all subjective in your eyes. But when you look at it all, of what the greatest player is supposed to be, it's a guy who can do pretty much everything. And he did everything throughout the entire playoffs. He took teams to the finals that had no business being there. He took coaches to the finals that were first years in the league 2 times in a row, with David Blatt and Tyronn Lue. And he took Mike Brown to the finals as well, his first championship run with the Cavs. Granted, they lost to the Spurs, but he still took those teams to the finals that had really no business being there.
I think the important thing we need to take away from this is, will LeBron James be good in the new Space Jam?
Would that take some of the Space Jam? I mean, he's pretty much just trying to fill the shoes of Jordan at this point right now. And I mean, he has sufficiently, I feel. I mean, Sasha, I know there's a lot of hate in you right now. Looking at him objectively,
I can see
what's your thoughts on LeBron right now?
Have you seen Space Jam?
No.
Oh
But,
my.
okay, I mean, I think I've seen part of it, but the whole cartoons with people, it just is weird to me. But I understand LeBron James did well in this game, but to me, he's not fun to watch. He's super aggressive, and I feel like the way that he makes his shots is very, I don't know. I just don't like it.
He's so mean out there.
He's so aggressive. I just don't like it. He's not a fun player to watch.
He's playing super hard.
Yeah.
Like, why would he
But
do that?
Why is he
I don't
playing
think
so
he's playing
hard?
Why are
super
you
hard. I think
dunking
he's
on
playing
people?
super aggressive. Like, he just bullies his shoulders through people, and I
I
just
love
don't
it.
like it.
Don't win at all costs, LeBron. Be nice out there to people.
He does cry a lot. He complains
And
a
then he
lot.
cries. He acts hard, but then he acts like a little you-know-what. So I'm like, I don't know.
Baby bad.
I'm just not a fan. I'm just not a
Yeah, I
fan.
think we got it. We're clear. Let's talk about our next thing.
All right, rival this, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, we, as a show, as you know, we argue and fight, and we all hang out outside of here, but we don't really like each other. So what we are doing is, Derek and I are, based on the Giants and Dodgers record from show to show, are going to begin a battle. And whichever team has the better record since last week's episode, we are going to have to sit through an entire segment wearing the opposing team's gear. So that starts tonight.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're officially entering the dog days of summer right now.
Yes,
The NBA finals are
dog
behind.
Baseball's not a
days.
real sport.
Yeah, the NBA finals are behind us, so we needed something to really spice up the show as best we can. And talking baseball all day long gets a bit tedious. So we're going to spice it up and make it a more of a rivalry thing, hence the Giants versus the Dodgers. And we want to keep it going because I don't know about you, I've never worn anything Giants related in my life other than the fact when I mock them on my shirt. So having something that's completely Giants related is going to be very hard for me to participate in, especially knowing that I'm probably going to be wearing a lot of those things this coming summer. So I hope you guys enjoyed that because
Yeah, I don't want to wear royal blue. The sight of it just makes me feel queasy. So this will
I
be
should say that
interesting.
about the orange from San Francisco makes me queasy.
Both of you,
All right,
enough.
on that note,
I messed
We'll
up.
go to break.
Thank you.
All right, welcome back to ro&iso. Before we move on in the show, I want to tell you about a couple exciting projects our guys in the back have going on. First is Who's Mark, a sitcom that Tucker wrote himself. Tucker, why don't you tell the people briefly about it?
You wrote this yourself? I didn't help you at all.
one helped a little.
Thank you.
Who's Mark is a show that I wrote that will be in production for the next couple of months. It's probably the biggest project that the station's going to take on, but we're going to do it. We're going to throw up a link. Should be like here. That'll link to a Kickstarter that I started. If you'd like to donate, please go ahead. We appreciate all the support, and it's going to be really fun. So check it out.
All right.
Right on.
And Juan has a project as well he's been working on, Instant Ramen, podcast about stuff. Juan, why don't you tell him a little bit more about it?
About stuff.
Yeah, I got a podcast with a buddy of mine from high school. It's called Instant Ramen Podcast. We talk about anime, so it's not for everybody. It's not for Derek. It's not for Sasha. It's not for Jerome. It's not for Tucker. It's just for me. So if you like anime, check us out. We're on iTunes, Podbean. I don't get paid to do it. It's just for fun.
If you like the sound of Juan's buttery voice, check out his podcast. And then stop listening to it because you don't know anime.
Yeah, it's all right.
Go ahead and shoot the dude some downloads. He's actually pretty popular.
He is, yeah.
He
he's
has more
got it.
downloads than we do, so.
The anime culture is a big one and definitely one to tap into. So
Oh,
Juan,
one other thing, we should, since we're doing shameless promotion, why not keep it going? You want to show off your shirt there?
Yeah.
Because we have a brand new show coming to your airwaves, 90.1 KZFR every Monday from 5:30 to 6:30. The title is a working title, so if you have suggestions, feel free to hit us on the Twitter.
I got one.
Okay.
Jerome and Derek suck, the radio show.
Yeah,
Proper.
I think we'll
Thank
probably
you.
pass on that.
doesn't really roll off the tongue. But again, we'll pretty much just be talking sports much more in a radio fashion because that's the medium it's on. And it's a great way to kind of, I don't know what I'm trying to say right now, branch out and
It's going to be fun. We're going
Yeah.
to have a lot of fun, do some investigative reporting. We're not, someone else is. And then we're just going to comment on it with zero facts. Sasha, what are you
What's
working
Sasha
on?
plugging?
All right, back to that.
Sasha, what do you do with your life, Sasha?
I'm here, aren't I?
there we
That's gonna help
go.
me. That's what's gonna happen.
True champion
All right,
there.
let's go to break.
All right, another break. Now. Boom.
Carl, nice gear. Foot Locker.
No doubt.
So any advice now that I've been drafted?
Getting drafted doesn't mean a thing. Now the real work starts. This isn't college. This is a grown man's league. Tell him, Devin.
That's right. Nothing comes easy anymore. Anything else I should know, D'Angelo?
Got a phone? Trust me.
We just saw a clip of D'Angelo Russell in a new ad that's showing what's it like to be a new NBA player in the league and what you have to do to not really mess up. And it was kind of a comedic moment where D'Angelo Russell, takes the phone from the future, hopefully, first-round draft pick, Ben Simmons, and throws it into the water. Kind of playing on the fact that he had that moment where he captured Nick Young conversing about his many escapades while he was engaged to his fiancée, Iggy Azalea. And he got a lot of notoriety for being a bad teammate and stabbing a guy in the back. And this is kind of his way of kind of maybe poking a little fun at it and hopefully sliding underneath the bridge that we all forget about it.
In fact, we spent our pilot episode talking almost exclusively Nick Young and that whole situation, and it never made the light of day because it was not good.
Yeah.
So bad.
I mean,
So bad. Not that this is great, but we're getting there.
We're working on it.
We're getting
Baby
okay.
steps. Baby steps.
So anyway, Tucker, we have some questions, don't we?
Yes.
All right.
Okay. Speaking of this, do you think this helps D'Angelo Russell's image? Is he still a Laker? Derek?
You know, I definitely, like I said, being the Laker fan that I am, and having a little bit of I care about the guy, not care about the guy. He's a nice player to have him on the team, and he looks like he got some potential. I like him. I want to keep him around. They're actually talking of shipping him off because that incident is something that a lot of players don't condone because it's that brotherhood idea.
Wait. We have breaking news. We have breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go to DJ PHG. DJ PHG, is Vibes Cartel getting out of jail?
Oh, he's still in prison.
All right, moving on.
So after I was rudely interrupted, God, breaking news. It doesn't know when to stop. So D'Angelo Russell,
The news doesn't evolve around this show, bro. The news doesn't stop because you're talking about D'Angelo Russell. If news breaks, news breaks. We don't get to control when the news breaks.
Who's
okay?
D'Angelo Russell?
point guard for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Welcome! Hey! You know the basketball player that's on the screen right now?
I mean, in her defense, she can't really see the screen, so
Anyways.
it's okay.
Anyways.
I apologize. I take that back. It's all her fault.
So, let's get to the next question.
Moving
Next
on.
question. I don't know if you can answer that last one. Doesn't matter. Who cares? All right.
All right, thank you,
We're
Sasha.
talking about this guy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Correct, Mundo.
It is surprising that he opted out just because you imagine he's going to finish his career with Dallas. And now there's no guarantee of that, but I imagine it's just so he can renegotiate his current contract with Dallas, and they'll figure it out. He's going to retire.
With the salary cap rising this coming off season, there's definitely incentive for people to get out of the contracts they have because they can get more money. And there's actually talk of him possibly joining the Warriors because everyone likes to gossip about everyone going everywhere because we're all a little bit of hoes, apparently.
Hey, is that Kaminsky?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I know basketball.
Yeah.
Your notes also say that too, so I'm glad you can read
Talk
one.
a little bit about
I said it before that. You got
this guy.
Kevin Durant.
Should the Warriors seriously pursue Kevin Durant?
No, he's ugly.
What are the chances that he
Yes, they absolutely should pursue Kevin Durant. If you have a once-in-a-generation type player, you pursue him. You try and do anything you can to get him to sign the contract, and you figure out the pieces around him later.
Jerome, follow-up question though. Do you think Kevin Durant looks weird? He's kind of lanky, small head, long arms.
Yeah, I mean...
Sasha, is he an attractive man?
Probably not.
Now we got our free agency talk out of the way right now. Sasha, being a valuable member of this show, we wanted to give her her own little segment, but only just 60 seconds. So here's Sasha 60.
What?
Oh, I'm sorry.
All right, go ahead.
What is he whining about now?
He's being mean.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Typical.
Sasha, what do you have to say?
Do we set a timer?
Yeah.
Hold on.
We'll
I
set a
got you.
timer.
I'll try to
Right.
talk as fast as I can.
All right.
Wait for it.
And go.
A village in Emoji just celebrated their 25th birthday. It is a village that was created in 1990 by Rebecca Lolosoli, and she did this because she wanted to create a safe haven for women that were sexually or physically abused. It is funded by the women themselves but through bead making, and they also have a camp on site on the village at the end of the village lines. Yeah, so it's a really great place to be, and the best thing about it is no men are allowed. All women. It's a great place for them to feel safe and just like, you know, I wish there was a place like that everywhere because I would love to get away from these boys. So if someone wants to create one here, that'd be great. What do you guys think? Would you guys want to be stuck in a place with all women?
I mean, my life growing up was pretty much surrounded by women, so I can understand how it is, but that seems like a bit much. I like having other dudes around to actually talk things that we can understand with, you know, more simpatico that way. A lot of women, one guy's a bit much. I don't like those odds.
That's awesome for the 25 years. That's good for them. I'm happy for them.
Yeah, it's great for them. if I were put in that position, being the one guy in a village full of women, no.
I thought it would be a man's dream. I get to be, it's like a fantasy or something.
No, there's going to be a lot of chatter, and all I want to do is watch some sports and drink my beer, so.
Yeah.
Listen.
We'll let them have it. Good for you guys.
I want to borrow Why the Last Man. It's a great comic book about the only man left in the world. You're going to love it.
All right.
Do you talk about on your anime show at all, or is that comic books?
You come here often? Alright, cool.
All right, we're going to go into a quick break, and we'll be right back with picks.
Somebody said it behind me. I'm not looking. I'm not looking, man. I'm not looking. I gotta look, don't it? I gotta look, don't it? Ah! You scared me! Ah! Oh my gosh!
What's up, guys? Welcome back once again to the ro&iso show. We've got picks coming up right now, but before we do that, I want to make a stipulation about last week. Because I had to duck out early, these losers picked the Giants for me in my picks.
Yay! We picked the Giants!
Yeah, all of them.
You guys nailed that high five,
Yes,
by the
that's
way.
glorious.
I made it happen.
There we go, make it happen.
That's better.
The Giants won, which would ultimately mean I wouldn't have to throw against a magnet on the wall and have to go on that wall of shame. However, I refuse to benefit from the Giants winning, so I picked them to lose. So they didn't lose, so I'm throwing a magnet at the wall this week. I'm one of the losers, so because I hate the Giants.
How
that much,
heroic
right?
of you.
I think I'm falling on this grenade for everyone. Giants fan, LA fans all around. So picks now. Sasha's got them.
We got picks.
I won. I get to pick first.
Of course you did.
We
All
won.
right, one.
What are the teams?
WNBA.
Yeah, a real sport.
Thank you, one.
All right, one. New York Liberty.
Okay, what's their mascot, Dro?
Lady Liberty.
She's like mean everything that America stands for. Come on.
You keeping it?
She's made of copper.
Oh my gosh.
She's made of green.
It's copper. I'll take her. Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Copper's not green.
One. New York Liberty. All right, who was next?
We all lost, so it doesn't
We all
matter
lost.
to me.
All right, Tucker, you're next.
Tucker won.
Okay, Tucker. Tulsa Shock. Tucker.
How's it possible that Juan, Tucker, Juan and... never mind. Wait, no.
Yeah, look, Tucker and I went head to head with you and Sasha, and then Derek just wants to lose because he's so honored.
Okay, that's right. Fair enough.
I'll throw it back, Sasha. Throw it back.
Okay, Tucker's throwing back Tulsa Shock.
Okay.
So we got Tucker. You got Indiana Fever.
Yes.
Indiana Fever. You put Indian Fever.
Did
so
I? Yes.
I mean, I got Indian Fever. All right.
Ooh, curry.
Next.
Boom. Spicy
Alright.
curry.
Now it's anybody. Give you Sasha next.
Okay,
Yeah.
me next. Tulsa Shock. I have no idea what their stats are. Sure, I'll take them.
All right.
All right, Dro.
Yep. Present.
Dro. San
Here.
Antonio Silver Stars.
Yeah, all right. I've been rooting for the Stars all season.
Are you joking?
Yes.
He means from now on. The
Oh
season
yeah.
doesn't
So
start
the only
yet?
one left. Derek.
What?
Last but not least, Atlanta Dream.
Oh yeah.
You got the dream, baby.
I like that.
Above the night. I feel it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Atlanta Dream. It's very nice. All right, guys, let's picks. What?
Bad dad puns.
I'm gonna be dreaming about.
Nice, Sasha.
Just move it along, okay?
Moving forward, as Dro would say.
This show is top quality entertainment.
Well, it's clear we've ran out of gas on this week's episode. Hope you guys enjoyed.
Our Facebook and Twitter.
Oh, I'll plug our Facebook and Twitter, sure. So you can follow us on Twitter at The ro&iso Show. You can also check us out and give us a little like ski on Facebook at The ro&iso Show.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Again, check out our new radio show called Working Title. Even though it's not called Working Title, it's just a working title. 90.1 KZFR Monday evenings from 5:30 to 6:30. Flipside Radio every Sunday night from 11:30 p.m. to 1:30 a.m. Check out Who's Mark. Get more information. Kickstarter over here somewhere, the link. And then instant
around us.
ramen for all your nerdy anime
Desires.
rumors and such.
Right.
Anime desires. I think there's a specific thing for that.
Anyways. Let's move on.
Let's leave on that note, shall we?
It's
Thanks,
been real.
guys.
Peace.